Yup. We back. Ocean's View, the podcast. He's sitting here with Azie. We just getting warmed up. So, you're in the game. People are eating. You making sure everybody's eating. The ones that want to fuck with you and everything else. How did the hood take you? How did the hood take you once the hood realized you were the guy?
It was all love, man. It was definitely all love. Let me cut this off, bro. Cut it on.
Mm-hmm.
For a second. It was definitely all love, bro. It was all love. Everybody eating, everybody pushing foreign cars. Everybody involved. It's taking so long to get this shit up.
Yeah, take your time. You good?
Yes, sir. Everybody pushing foreign cars. It's I don't know, man. That shit was like heaven, man. Everything was beautiful, bro. There's no. Let me just share this with y'all, man. Instead of beating around the bush, it's like when it was what it was all love. Everybody was good. The hood expected certain shit from us. You feel me? They expected us to do a bus ride every year, free bus ride. 8, 9 buses just come. They got dressed for that day. Like that was a day for them. Like you know what I mean? Whenever we do it, take them to Great Adventures, Dorney Park, Virginia Beach. Those Christmas parties for the kids. We gave away mopeds, dirt bikes. The parents, they got a free TV and a raffle. The old people won $2,500. The hood expected that every year from us. Mm-hmm. They even expected Alpo. He would run down to Chinatown and spend in there $50,000 or $40,000 on fireworks to light up the hood on the west side. Come over to the east side, light up his hood. They expected that every year. You feel me? So it was a love that we had from doing that. It wasn't just because we had nice cars and girls. The young kids expected us. They liked it to see Alpo on his bike. They liked it to see what kind of car he got. It was like an audience. We were putting on a show, bro. We didn't even know it, bro. We were just being who the fuck we were. Being honest at that time.
So, the fact that there's other cats eating and doing everything else too, what made y'all stand out?
What I believe made us stand out because we was buying cars like sneakers, bro. And everybody, the shit we was buying was like, what the fuck is that, man? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We like in 86, but we pushing 88 joints. We go into the car dealer like, we don't want that shit on the floor, nigga. I want this shit in this German magazine. Give me that, nigga. Can't get that, nigga. Take this 100 cash. Give me the change, man. I need that. Mm-hmm. And then we get it for us, bro. So we like push, the latest joint. And we shopping like this on the regular, bro. You feel me? Cats was coming from different boroughs, different states, like they heard about us, the cars we had and shit. Just to take pictures and shit of cars, man. For real, bro.
So, quick. In a month, what's the most amount of cars you think you copped in a month? Just on your...
It wasn't I ain't gonna say in a month. It might, I might cop a new car every 2 months.
Every 2 months, okay.
You understand? It wasn't like in a month, yeah. But by the time I done bought a car, Rich done bust out 1 month, so Ho just bust out. It was like, niggas having fun, bro.
Yeah, having fun with each other, competition.
It wasn't even competition. We was like, that new Porsche coming out, I'm gonna grab that. I like the new 7, whatever was new, man. We just had to have that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
So now, I want to talk about mobstyle. How did mobstyle come about?
Mobstyle came about after I got shot. It's like that's the next thing I said to myself. Because after I got shot, I felt the police was on me, and I wanted to do something that was cool to do. You understand? Mm-hmm. That people would respect, and maybe you could win with that shit just as well. Because nobody was talking that type of shit. Hands-on, being involved in that type of world at that time. So I felt like that. If I tell my story on wax, that shit flow. That's when I wrote the song Mobstyle. But my intention was not to be a rapper. I had my little man Whip Wop.
Okay.
I was writing for him. And
You was writing for Whip Wop?
I wrote the song Mobstyle for Whip Wop.
Okay, all right.
And I was going to fund him. And I would, be the back of the Whip Wop. We were right for that nigga talking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I did the song for reference. I gave it to Whip. But my man was my sister's boyfriend. She was working for BLS. And I gave him a cassette. I said, yo, listen to this joint, bro, and tell me what you think. Later on that day, he gave it to Mr. Magic, and Mr. Magic played it on the radio. On some making and breaking shit. In the streets, they was loving that shit, so he played it back again. And he said, yo, dog, I think we got something. Y'all niggas got to go in the studio and work on the album. Mm-hmm. And that's what, I was like, word? He said, yeah, and that's how that shit started, bro.
So, okay, we already know, Rich and Poe, they not rapping.
Nah. It was laughing at me, bro.
Tone Capone and Gangsta Lou.
When I first let Rich hear that shit, Rich and Paul, I let them hear together. Like, yo, come on, that shit ain't gonna work, man. That shit ain't gonna work. But when they heard it on the radio, they were like, oh, that shit, yo, yeah, let's go. You feel me? But Rich never, around that same time, that's when that shit happened to his little brother.
Okay.
And Rich got murdered before the album was ever done. You understand?
Rich was already dead?
He was dead, bro.
Oh, boy, I didn't even notice. I don't know why you put the two together at the time.
He was still working on the album. He died and shit, so. We had finished the Good, the Bad, the Ugly album, but that was done. He was ready to release it. And that shit happened to Rich. And then, that's when I said, you know what, man? That's when I started writing What's Going On, Black. Mm-hmm. I had wrote it on a piece of paper, and it wasn't supposed to be a song. I was just in my thoughts, just like asking myself some fucking questions. Like, damn, my nigga gotta die. And I had put this shit in my drawer. And I had this girl at my house. I was living in Long Island, and I let her stay there. And I went to the city for a minute. I said, I'm going to go to the city, I'll be back. And she calling me, like, crying and shit. Yo, what you gonna kill yourself? I was looking in your drawer. I know I shouldn't be looking in your drawer. I found this letter. Don't bug out. Come back. I was like, let me go the fuck back home. Fuck is she talking about? I looked at the letter. I was like, wow, this shit is deep. I said, this shit gotta be a song, man. And that's when I went in the studio and did What's Going On, Black. And I did the whole album based around that type of feel. That's when I did the Streetwise album. You feel me? See,
for me, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, that was, of course, the introduction. Yeah. That was introduction.
That was the first to me, man. You know what I mean? The first gangster rap album ever.
Ever. Period.
And it was Harlem. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It didn't maybe expand, but niggas from all over used to come to the hood to get that cassette tape, bro. Because they heard about it. Like niggas that was involved with the gang, they respected that shit. Mm-hmm. And even when they had the cassettes in jail, I heard the COs used to confiscate them shits like it was a fucking shank or something. They couldn't play this in prison. Mm-hmm. That's how real that shit was and connected to what was going on. You feel me? Because the feds was investigating us, and it was real, man. And that's why Mobstyle didn't blow, because the government said, nah. But I peaked it, and I just shut the shit down. You feel me?
I seen an interview with you before explaining something to that effect, and you were saying how people will start getting indicted off of the stuff you said. You had to curb a lot of the things you were saying.
Yeah, I had to shut it down, personally speaking, because it was in there. It was in there. I don't want to go back and bark on, but it was a nigga I knew that was in a position to take the Mobstyle shit to the next level. So I would go see the dude. I'm like, yo, dog, our shit is on fire in the streets, nigga. Let's eat. Because he already sold his company, whatever, done sold like 17 million copies of what was hot at his time when he blew up. Mm-hmm. Nigga, the streets want this right now, man. I'm selling like 1,000 joints a week. Mm-hmm. Myself. You feel me? And the stores is like thirsty for this shit. So, nigga, let's take it to the next level. He was like, all right, cool. Then he introduced me to someone that he said that put that worked for Eric B. and Rakim, that made him successful. I'm like, word? And I started fucking with that dude, and that dude wound up being a Fed.
I know where you're going with this, and I want you to stop right there, because we're going to talk about that cat. So I was like, I didn't want you to keep going because once you started talking, I knew he was going. But, before we get to him,
I'm going to leave it alone. What's next?
Before we get to him, I need to know, how the hell did y'all start beefing with N.W.A?
The beef started, I think, Tone might have do the first dot. And a song that he did called Stomping Suckers from Compton. I think they must have heard that shit. And then they came back with the, I think, a Nigga for Life album.
The Nigga for Life album.
And Eazy went crazy on us. Nigga, please. I was like, wow. Then I went in the studio. I did a song called I Don't Really Want to Diss Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Dissing them. And that's how it started. But the dude put the battery in it, same guy. But then when I fell back, I analyzed. I said, "Oh, these niggas is trying to create a war."
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt in my spirit. Like, this dude with the government, he didn't want. Y'all gotta get back. Ancient enough. I said, "Yeah, something ain't right, man." But it didn't go no further past that song. After I Don't Really Want to Diss Nobody, I shut the shit down. Fuck it, I don't want no parts of the rap game. It's nasty. Something's going on that I could see, and I'm gonna fall back, man. But
I think they took the last shot.
They did.
They took the last shot.
On what?
It was a Nigga for Life album. But that's when Eazy-E said, "Little streetwise nigga, you know me."
They did that, and then I came back. I Don't Really Want to Diss
So
Nobody.
this joint came afterwards. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Tone went first.
Mm-hmm.
Eazy and them came back. Then I did that, but then I shut the shit down because it just felt strange. But when I think Ice Cube came to the Apollo,
you knew where I was going with that.
that's when Outpo went up. The whole Apollo. I think the niggas ran the niggas out the building, some shit like that.
Yeah,
I wasn't there, man, but I heard about it.
So that was true. And I thought that was the rumor back in the day. They said mobstyle chase Ice Cube. No, N.W.A. out the Apollo.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because what I also heard,
I wasn't there, but I heard about it. I was like, wow. The whole Harlem it wasn't just mobstyle, the whole Harlem, because, Harlem, mobstyle was Harlem.
All right.
Fuck out of here. You feel me?
So, did Chuck D and them, because they said Ice Cube came back another time, that's after he left N.W.A. And they was like, the streets was saying how it was supposed to happen again, but, he started messing with the Bomb Squad and Chuck D and them, and it kind of got diffused.
Like I said, we fell back, man, because it was like the Ice Cube. I think he did get with Chuck and them, and they was boring him at first. And then I think Ice Cube shut down the music. Then he did some song that everybody loved, and that's when they went crazy for Ice Cube. Yeah, to my knowledge, bro. You feel me? I wasn't there. I wasn't the type to go to those concerts and shit like that. And to come back and tell me what's going on. But yeah.
So okay, you coming up in Harlem in that time, just coming up there in Harlem. You're doing music before you put the mic down and stuff. We got a lot of people in Harlem. You got Keith Sweat from Grant.
Yes, sir.
Teddy Riley's from St. Nick.
Yes, sir.
Dougie Fresh, and I think Doug and Rob Bass are from Lincoln. Mm-hmm. And Kumo D, who's from Convent. What were your relationships with them? Because they're doing music.
It wasn't. I didn't have no relationship with them. Man. I met Teddy before. Then Teddy lived right down the block where we was hustling. He was living in St. Nick Project, so I met him. I think I met him through Jason and shit. Young cat named Jason, and but it wasn't no really relationship. They was Teddy and them was younger. Dougie and them was our age, but they was hip hop, man. We wasn't hip hop, man. We wasn't hip hop. You feel me? We was the streets for real. And whatever we was doing, and I think those type of cats, like, they might have heard, the niggas got an album out, you know what I mean? And when they bought it, like, oh, this should sound all right too. So in a way, I separate our shit from hip hop.
Okay.
It's a difference, man. This shit is not rap. This is what was going on. This is who we were at that time in that minute. The shit we talking about. This shit ain't no fiction shit. This is all facts. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that they shit ain't facts. I'm not barking on nobody, but you know where I'm coming from when I say this, if you know where I'm coming from.
Okay.
what I mean? True story.
So the internet.
We made street niggas wanna rap. Made it alright, like, you know what I mean? I think we invented what they call trap music before they're saying this now, if they do the history.
Mm-hmm.
True story, bro.
All right. So, definitely got to take it here. The night you got shot.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm a big proponent of everything leads up to something. Tell us take us through your day. Like, what was going on before all that happened? Like, just like the mindset.
That day?
Yeah, your mindset and everything. Just how things were going.
That day, man, I woke up, I was at my mom's house. I maybe woke up around 12 that afternoon. And I went down the hall. My daughter was on the couch. She was about, 3 years old at the time. Richard Porter's sister, our child. And I went to the bathroom, washed up and shit. Went in the room, changed my clothes. Now I'm ready to leave out the house, but I went to play with her for a little while. And kissed her, I'm about to leave, and she crying, really, really hard, like, don't leave and shit, man. I had to, like, play a trick on her, act like I was going out this door, like going to the kitchen, and I'd go around the back, and I had to slide out that way, because she didn't want me to leave. And I say that to say this, because that never happened before, so she might have felt something.
Okay.
You feel me? So I went to the block, the location, 132, where we all be at. Nobody was out there. They was like, yo, you're on the east side playing ball. Drove to the east side. Now we got a game going on. It's like, niggas playing for 5,000. I think Zip was there. Zip was playing. Few cats, man. Me and my brother, my man Charlie against them. We playing for 5,000. We won the first game.
It's Vaughn Zip.
Nah, not Vaughn.
Not Vaughn. He's no longer right.
I said Zip. I meant Dapper Dan. That's what I meant.
Okay. All right.
Dapper Dan was there.
Dapper Dan.
Yeah.
Just gonna say it real casual.
Dapper Dan, man. We know
just
Dapper
Dan. Go ahead.
Our both spent about $250,000 with Dapper Dan.
Go ahead.
We know who that is. Well, yeah, they respected Dapper and what he doing now. Salute.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I see him with the Gap shit now and Gucci, man. About time. Cut the check. Win that. Yeah, that was there. We playing ball. We won the first game. And we won the first game. They wanted to play it back. And then, that's when the bullshit started happening, cheating and shit. Then we lost the second game and they won. I said, man, I don't play no more because this shit gonna get ugly. Then I left. When I came back to the block, mad customers out there, people want work. I was like, damn, my man was like, yo, ain't no work on the block. I said, all right, man. We shoot to the Bronx. And I'm gonna send my man back with it. Got to the Bronx. My aunt, her car was double parked outside, so I know she in the house. I had to call up to the window in order for her to throw the key out so I could get in the building. So I called up to the window. She usually would look out and drop the key, but the keys just come flying out the window and shit. So that made it felt strange right there within itself. And I was like, man, something ain't right. But I got my man with me and this girl with me. And she like, I gotta use the bathroom. Come on, my man. Like, yo, come on, man. It's mad customers. Let's get this shit done. But I'm like, yo, I should go to the phone. Something ain't right. I felt that shit. They're like, come on. I said, fuck it. We went upstairs. Went to the third floor, got off the elevator. So we got off the elevator. Two niggas ran off the stairs with guns. The door opened. They pushed us into the apartment. Boom. Took them in the back room and had me in the living room floor. And they had my safe on the floor. Open up the safe, motherfucker. And that's how that incident went. My sister's boyfriend, I recognized his voice. I asked the nigga, yo, what the fuck are you doing, Kev? He smacked me with the gun. And, like, don't say my name no more. And I couldn't open up the safe with blood coming down my face. You got to be precise when you open up the safe. Blood, I'm nervous. Situation was there. I couldn't open up the safe in my life, bro. And there was nothing in the safe, really, but about, like, maybe an eighth of coke at that time and maybe like $5,000. So they never got into the safe. I told them, listen, if y'all want some money, just take me out of here. I take you to my house in Jersey, about $250 cash there. I yell the money, just don't hurt nobody. All right, so they agreed to do that. They took me to the bathroom because I had blood on I had a white T-shirt on. He said, you can't leave out here with that. Washing the blood off my face. And then one of the women that, my aunt and them, they had them tied up in a room. One of them started yelling from the back room, just give them everything, don't go with them. Panic and shit. So that made them think like there was something in there. And they was like, nigga, you trying to play us. Then one whispered something in one of their ears. Then I heard gunshots. They was shooting my aunt and them up. And I panicked. Like, I tried to rustle this one of the dudes that was watching me by the bathroom. I had the other dude came right out and just put the gun right to my forehead. And I watched him pull the trigger. But my body, all I heard was a big boom and my spirit seemed like it left my body. You feel me? And then I went to this bright light and I was saying to myself, like, God, please, I don't want to die. Then it seemed like I ascended back down into the body. When I got up, I was shot the fuck up on the bathroom floor. I don't know how I got up with a broken leg. Went in the room. Everybody shot up. I'm shaking them like, y'all can come back now, thinking that they might have had the same experience that I had. And nobody wouldn't respond. And I just laid in the bed and said, fuck it, now I want to die too. Next thing you know, I wake up and I'm in the hospital, bro. That's what happened that day, bro.
Wow. We're going to take a break for a minute because that was a lot to take in. This is Ocean View, the podcast. We're going to finish talking with Azie in a second. Be right back.